Hi, I'm Diana Miller Sauerhaft, and I'm in Los Altos, California. It is May 19th, 2001.
And I'm Michelle Bressler. I'm up in Portland, Oregon, and it's also May 19th, 2021.
21. Oh, I think I said 2001. It's COVID. It could be. Who knows?
Diana and I have been friends since college at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. I was a social science major. She was an English major, but somehow we were friends anyway. We had little kids at the same time who are now grown. We've talked through our parents becoming sick and dying. And now Diana is sick too. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with ovarian cancer?
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer close to 6 years ago. I'm going to be 59 in July. I was diagnosed when I was 53. It was a time where it was like I was starting a new life. My kids, my second one was, I had just dropped him off at college. I had been experiencing abdominal pains. I guess I was moaning and groaning so much. My son said, Mom, you should really go see a doctor. When you're a kid, your 17-year-old says, hey, you should go see a doctor. Well, that's different. Maybe I should go see a doctor. I went to an internist. She knew immediately what it was. My ovarian cancer, the source of it is I'm what we call BRCA positive. I'm BRCA1 positive. There's a 99% chance that I inherited it from my father who had breast cancer. What I've had to really deal with in my disease is I had shared this information and that my father had breast cancer to my primary OBGYN that I've been seeing for 20 years. And he never said, hey, you're at risk. I've had to kind of deal with that. This was maybe something I could have prevented. And I go through sometimes it's like I blame myself. Why didn't I know about the BRCA gene? I'm of Ashkenazi Jewish descent. It's much higher in the Ashkenazi Jewish population. It's been one of these things where I blame myself. And then I go through times of blaming. I had a really bad doctor. How come he didn't know? How come he skipped this information in my chart? As I said, I was diagnosed 6 years ago, and I always thought I was going to beat it. I have had recurrences every 2 years, and then the third recurrence was this last recurrence. My GYN oncologist was always able to remove all the disease. I was really in remission. I was like, yeah, but I'm going to beat it because it's somebody else this happens to somebody else. This doesn't happen to you. I've lived a really full life this last 6 years. And I don't think with not that sword over my head, because I thought that sword was for someone else. They were going to come up with something that's going to beat this disease and I was going to outlive it. But yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry that you have to spend time thinking the shoulda, woulda, coulda. You did the best you could with what you knew.
I guess what balanced that out was I was like, I'll live to my late 80s like my parents did. I was like, why wouldn't I? I've done everything right.
Did your dad survive his cancer?
That's the thing. He survived it. He beat the whole thing. And when he was diagnosed, I was in my late 20s. I was focused on myself and I want my kids to be focused on themselves. Since I've been diagnosed, I try to go out and educate and I talk to every Jewish woman I know, and I know a lot of Jewish women. Hey, you're at higher risk and go get tested. I think I actually was having those abdominal pains for a lot longer than the night before I was dropping Sam off at college.
Probably.
Yeah. That summer, they were getting worse, and I chalked it up too. We traveled a lot that summer. That was that summer we went to Japan, this great family trip. But I was like, no, maybe it was just like that weird food. And Sam said it to me. We had gone to the Minnesota State Fair. And so I thought, maybe there's that deep fried Snickers bar. That's why my stomach hurts. But here we are.
Here we are.
Now I'm on 6 years. I mean, ovarian cancer is not a 6-year disease.
What do you want us to know about you that we might not know?
I really enjoyed raising my kids. You probably don't know that I was the chairperson of the Almond School in Los Altos, California, Colonial Day.
No, I did not know that.
Yes, I was. And I ran the entire Colonial Day myself. I'm a marketing person. Hey, she was running the marketing organization of this large tech company in Silicon Valley. Or she was the chairperson of Colonial Day, and it went off beautifully.
So any story about your life, we should include that.
Yeah,
Colonial Day.
That I was chairperson of the Colonial Day.
How do you enjoy your days?
It really is, David. We've always been a partnership. He's not working now, and he chose that to be my partner through this. And we're going through this together, and it's really hard to think that, hey, one gets to be here afterwards and one doesn't. And so it's tough because both teammates won't survive it.